Whitehead of All Power Group. By the way, if you hear what sounds like rain, it is. I'm in South Florida, southwest Florida, and it's pouring, pouring and pouring. It's almost what we're worried about, 40 days, 40 nights of water. This is our fourth day. Now, that isn't what this is about, but anyway, what the neatest thing about this channel is where I can talk about things that have been in my childhood, things I grew up with, and because in a lot of sense, the age of the population that's watching these channels, they have no idea about some of this stuff. So it's kind of neat that we have the opportunity to talk about these entities. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about Rin Tin Tin. Now, Rin Tin Tin, and I'm going to tell you exactly, and there's a lot of information. And I even had to do some homework on this because my experience was in the 50s. But this was a famous, and you'll see as I describe it, a 1920s, 1930s dog, kind of within and after World War I. So yeah, believe it or not, I was not born, in 1920, thank goodness. I probably wouldn't be here. But anyway, Rin Tin Tin was a famous German Shepherd dog who became a Hollywood star in the 1920s and the 1930s. Okay, this is how it all began. Rin Tin Tin was found in France during World War I by an American soldier by the name of Lee Duncan in a bombed out kennel. Now here we go again where we get disappointed on some of these issues that happen in the world that really was not based or have any detriment to the animal from a desire. It's just they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Anyway, after the war, Duncan brought the dog to the United States where he trained him for the movies. Now, back then, we had silent movies. That's why I had to really do some homework on this, because I didn't grow up doing silent movies. Oh, thank God, because I talk too much, and I wouldn't want to be in a silent movie. I am sorry about the storm. Here we go. The show has to go on regardless of the circumstances. So anyway, he trained him to be a movie star. Okay, Rin Tin Tin starred in numerous silent films and later talkies. And when a lot of actors, and I know they say actors and actresses, but actors is the whole collective name. A lot of actors had a very hard time going between no talking to talkies. And in some cases, this is a little aside, and I've seen this, they had some pretty bad voices. So it was like they might look beautiful and they do fine in, silent films, but now they're still beautiful, but they have a terrible voice. And I don't think they were really that into basically dubbing and so on and so forth. So, unfortunately, some of the folks in the 20s and 30s, when the talkies, they basically didn't have a job anymore. But Rin Tin Tin did. So that is pretty cool. His first film was Where the North Begins, and that was 1923. He was known for his intelligence and ability to perform complex stunts, which made him a beloved figure in early cinema. Rin Tin, and this is real cool. I mean, if you ever think dogs are helping you or animals do things for you, here's a real nice factoid. Rin Tin Tin helped Warner Brothers avoid bankruptcy in the 1920s due to the popularity of his films. Now, if that isn't cool, I don't know what else is. Okay, I call him Rinny, short for Rin Tin Tin. And that's what they called him and I'll get into the TV show down the road. But he was earning back then, at the height of his career, $1,000 a week. I'd be very happy if I was earning now $1,000 a week. So, wow, that is so cool. Now, the cultural impact. Rin Tin Tin received fan mail and was a significant box office drawer. I know probably some of the actors at that time were a little jealous because he's a dog. But I personally look at it the other way around, that that's the best of the best. Anyway, his legacy continued with several of his descendants, also named Rin Tin Tin, appearing in films and television series. When I was preparing for this, I'm saying, wait a minute, these dates are all off in my brain. And I'll tell you in a minute why I was saying, oh, gee, something isn't, working out here. But anyway, his descendants continued his legacy with Rin Tin Tin 3 serving as a mascot for the U.S. Army Canine Corps during World War II. Okay, now we come into when I'm a young boy. I was born in 1949, and this television series, which was called The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin, was, in effect from 1954 to 1959. And the character of Rin Tin Tin was also adopted into radio shows and comic books. So this is amazing what basically has happened with Rin Tin Tin and all through the time. He also has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He is also often credited with helping popularize the German Shepherd breed in the United States. So whenever you see a German Shepherd, try to think of Rin Tin Tin, because he was here for us all. Now, I'm almost done. I'm not sure if this storm, another little aside, you know me, I can't just stick to a topic. As you probably don't know, this is a building that was built and brought down from Orlando, and it's literally some people want to call it man cave. I don't like that. It's my YouTube creator space, also my office. And this is wonderful. So even if, and somebody'd say, why the heck did you start a presentation when it's thundering and lightning? Aren't you afraid of losing power? Well, here's what's interesting. And I've got opportunities for some of my past shows. I'm on a EcoFlow Ultra power system, which is made up of, in this particular case, 3 batteries. So I can run, if we lost electricity in this neighborhood, I would still be able to continue the show. So that's why you might say, why would you take a chance on losing power during the show? I'm not going to lose power. And I've got air conditioning, so we're good. But anyway, the nice thing about, and I work with a company called vidIQ, and they're not, this isn't sponsored by them, but I have a coach. We all need coaches. And he kind of says, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? How are you doing it? And the neatest thing is I get all the ideas from vidIQ, some of the thumbnails, a lot of things like that. And they really are helping me out because, you know, at my age, 74, in fact, my sponsor, my coach said, hey, what are some of your problems? I said, how long do I have to tell you? Well, but seriously, I said, one problem is my age. Now, and the other problem is I don't have a lot of I'm pretty close to 1,000 subscribers. In fact, I hit 900 today. But my watch hours are terrible. So bottom line, that's why we do these, besides loving to do it, we do these presentations that have a little more time. But the, you know, the thing to talk about is, he said, you know, what do you want to do? What's your future? And I said, I'm an animal channel, and that's what I'm going to be. I at first was doing, because I love history, I love the Romans, so I was doing a lot of different things at first. But then, you know, I am truly, and I guess when you start a YouTube channel, you roll into what is the best thing for me and you. And I know a lot of people love animals. Not everybody does, but I get that. But the point is, this allows me, because yes, if somebody said, do you know Rin Tin Tin? I said, absolutely. I grew up with a Rin Tin Tin and other animals like that. Lassie's another example. And they would be like, you know, how old are you? And I told them, you know, those two things that basically I had to worry about watch hours and what have you. But anyway, I want to thank you very much. And let's try to have it where you can come back the next time. And I know I have my tangents here. I'm going to be okay. But again, thank you very, very much. And be safe and please enjoy life like I do. Take care. Thanks again.